Hello loves and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do a wish spell. So this is not going to be a super long video, very easy to do. We're going to be working with a few herbs, some spiritual colognes, white candle, okay? And you're going to need some sort of like carving tool of some kind. And I'm using a copper bowl. This little one I'm going to have linked in the description. I got it on Amazon. It was like $8.50 or something like that. It was like around $8-9. But very, like, it's copper, it's nice. Copper is really amazing for prosperity, love, attraction, abundance workings. It is an amplifier metal. It's really amazing to use when you're doing your like spell working. So I like to use it for specifically when we're doing like a wish spell or any type of money, prosperity, or even love spells. Really good for it, just to help amplify those energies. So that's what we're going to be using today. I'm also going to be using my prosperity oil as well, because it is a wish spell. So you can use the prosperity oil for that. Also, oh, before I forget, today's the last day to get free shipping on all orders on my shop. So if you wanted to get the oil, today's the last day to get free shipping. With that being said, we're going to jump in and get started. So I already cleansed my candle. I ran it through some smoke. I have some incense going over here. I already did my offerings for this particular spell, just so you guys know. So if you're doing, if you wanted to replicate the spell for your own, make sure that you do your offerings to whatever spirit you're working with for this. We're going to be using, you can use whatever color candle you feel drawn to use. I am going to be working with the color white because white is purifying. And part of this specific spell, the intention for it, for me, it's a very particular thing, and it's something that requires like a purification. So I'm doing the wish spell is very like particular, and you can make it as simple as you want to, because it could be a little technical if you want to as well, but this is just the way I'm doing it. I'm going to be using 2 spiritual colognes to cleanse with this. The first is Colonia 1800. This one is amazing for success. So obviously we want our wish to be successful. So I'm just going to take some in my hand, and I'm just going to rub. Oh, sorry, I'm shaking the camera. Just going to rub. Also, ignore my hands. Y'all know, for those who have been here for a minute, I got a new kitten, and when I say girl likes to fight, girl likes to fight. So yeah, ignore my hands. I got battle scars, battle love scars. And then I'm going to be using Colonia 1900 in Verteber. Really amazing for attraction. It's an amplifier as well. So you can use it to for luck, love as well, but it's an amplifier. So you can really use it. And it also smells so fresh. It's like a very like, it's a very like lemony, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a lemon tart or something. That's what it smells like. It smells so good. Especially this combo together is very refreshing. I really enjoy these two together. So these are the 2 spiritual colognes that we're going to use. So now that we have our candle prepped, so it's smoke cleansed. I had already cleansed it with Florida water when I first got it, but I'm just re-blessing it with these 2. We're going to jump into the other good stuff. Okay, so you have 2 choices as far as how you want to do this. You can carve the candle, anoint the oil, and then put the herbs in, dress the candle, or you can use whatever base you want. You can either use sugar or salt. I'm going to be using sea salt for this. You guys know sea salt is the OG. I'm going to be using sea salt for this specifically. It is up to you. You can do whichever one you want to. You can like mix the herbs together and then put it in the sea salt, and it's still gonna have the same function. Or you could dress it with the herbs and then put it in the sea salt, or sugar if you wanted to use like brown sugar is what I would recommend for this. It is up to you. Okay, I'm doing it the way I'm feeling called to do it. So I'm just gonna dress it with the oil, and then I'm going to just blend the herbs with the salt. And so I'm gonna go ahead and carve out my candle with my intention, and then I'm going to put the oil over it. I'll be right back. Also, this would be a great time to mention, because I totally forgot to mention it, but there's still early bird slots for the Egypt spiritual retreat. For those who are going to want to go, you get $200 off, and there's also for the early bird, and there's also payment plans available as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead, and we're just putting the oil all over it. I'm just gonna get the wick. I always like getting both ends, and I always do like a sigil at the bottom as well. just to make sure everything is activated. And as you're holding it, as you're working in the oil, you want to just make sure that you're praying over it, you're activating it, you're putting in the oil in the crevices of the thing, and you're just dressing it and praying over it, setting your intentions for it and fueling in your energy. And you should have called in spirit and done all of that by now, but just if you haven't, this would be a really great time to start doing so. I'm gonna just rub the rest in my hands. My oil is skin safe, so it's made with all natural ingredients, so you can just use it on your body. And the reason why I have, like, I've been running through mine, I have, you know, as you can see, I use it quite a ton because I use it on my hair all of the time. It's really amazing. All of my oils, I make sure that, like, they're 2 ounces, so you're getting a really good amount that will last you, but you can, like, use in your body and use, like, on your hair. So yeah. Now, with that said, we're going to talk about the herbs a little bit. So for the herbs, you're going to need 1 bay leaf because it's a wish spell, so you're going to need 1. You're going to need thyme, which is over here. So thyme for purifying. If you're doing like a wish spell, you're going to want to remove the obstacles, right? So thyme for purifying anything, removing any obstacle that's standing in the way of bringing your wish forward. Basil is next. Basil, because it's great for luck and money and prosperity workings. Then is catnip to attract what you want, as well. And sorry. Catnip is really, really important for attraction work and to bring things in and continue to do that attraction. We have chamomile because it's really good for peace and purification as well. So it doubles as a purification herb, but I added it here for peace. It's great for money and love and all that stuff and luck as well. But I added it specifically for the peace. When you're making a wish, you're going to want to, like, have peace of mind that, you know, you sent it out into the universe and you're calm. So I'm adding the energy of calm in this because I want it to be like, I did the thing and I released it and boom, it's in the ethers, right? So that's why I'm adding it in here. And then we're going to use sea salt because, of course, we're going to use sea salt. And wait, did I mention all of them? Bay leaves, thyme, basil, catnip. I just want to make sure I meant, yeah, I did mention all of them. Okay. And yeah, so that's basically all the herbs you're going to need. You're going to need to write your petition there as well. Like if you didn't write it on your candle, you're going to need to write it there as well. I'm just going to go ahead and mix these together. And you can activate it and pray over it with intention and do whatever it is that you feel called into doing. You can do that now. You can also put the oil in the herbs and the salt. The reason why I'm not going to do that is because copper can kind of rust early. So I'm not trying to let it like rust too early. So I'm not going to do it that way. That's why I'm just doing the oil on the candle. So I'm just mixing it together and then I'm just going to pray over it and activate the herbs for what I wanted to do. So I'll be right back. Okay, now is when we're gonna add our sea salt. So you're just gonna take the sea salt. You're gonna do a really nice amount. I'm not gonna fill it out all the way to the top, but to there, you see how that's like about, what, an inch above the rim? That's totally fine. You're going to go ahead and put your herbs in here. And then you're gonna mix this with intention. You're still praying, you're still doing all the things, but you're just gonna mix the herbs together. Just like that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna go around until the candle can stand up just fine. So I'm just gonna circulate as I'm bringing it down, just like that, until it just can stand on its own. That's perfectly fine. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and write my petition on the bay leaf. I'm going to turn it on, and then this is the first thing that I'm gonna burn. And then you're just gonna sit with it and read the flame. I always love reading the flame. I always recommend reading the flame. It's super important to read the flame, so you have that additional like context, and you're also getting the messages from spirit. I recommend it, and I honestly think is one of the most important things when doing this work. So that's what I'm gonna do now. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my petition, and then I'll come back. I'm just gonna move it all away from the camera so it doesn't burn the lens. And you want the ashes of this to just go right into the salt. And that's basically how you do the spell. It's very simple. It's like just a very simple wish spell. You're gonna want to sit with it. My window's open, that's why it keeps blowing that way, but you're gonna want to sit with it and just pray over it, and you know, talk to your spirits, talk to your ancestors, visualize your wish coming true, all of those things. But I hope you guys enjoyed this spell. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for being here. Definitely make sure you check out the Patreon down below, and stay tuned for the workshop. It's gonna get posted soon. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.